Hi friends, we will now read one shloka which says how if the doctor says yes to what all you say, and if your teacher says yes to what all you say, and if your advisor says yes to what all you say, how they are actually doing harm to you. They are not helping you, they are only doing harm to you. So that is what this shloka says. So some people are expected to be harsh. They are not supposed to be yes men. We use a word called yes men. Yes men is whatever you say yes. Okay, you go to your doctor and then okay, I don't want that medicine, I want a sweeter medicine. So if the doctor says yes, okay, you please take it, then he is not actually helping you, he is ruining you. So this is the shloka, we will read the shloka. Vaidyo guruscha mantri cha
वैद्यो गुरुश्च मन्त्री च
यस्य राज्ञः प्रियः सदा
यस्य राज्ञः प्रियः सदा
शरीरधर्मकोशेभ्यः
शरीरधर्मकोशेभ्यः
क्षिप्रं स परिहीयते.
क्षिप्रं स परिहीयते.
Okay, so this shloka says Vaidyaha Guruscha Mantricha. So there are three people who are supposed to be harsh to anyone, even if you were to be President of America or anybody, Prime Minister of a country or President of United States, the doctor has to be very, very strict. Why? Doctor may be very kind, it is a different thing. He may be Yasya Rajnyah Priyasada. Priyaha means somebody who always says yes to whatever the king says. So Vaidya may be very kind man, but he should be a professionally ruthless man, professionally competent person, professionally honest person. Vaidya, a doctor, is supposed to be a highly professionally honest person. He should give a professional advice and not some advice which is acceptable to the boss or acceptable to the king. So Vaidya, because Vaidya, he is the person who has to set right the body. If somebody using his mind says, no, I don't want that, so he has to ignore the mind at that time, he has to take care of the body. So that is the role of the doctor there. Guru, we are not talking about an ordinary teacher now. Here, in olden days, whenever you use the word guru in Indian context, we use in two different senses. One is an ordinary teacher. Suppose you go to a school, your physics teacher is there, your mathematics teacher is there. They are to be respected, it is okay. They are also called gurus. But then, guru is actually a spiritual guru. Guru, suppose there is a sage. In olden days also, when the kings were there, what was the check on a king? Because the king was all powerful, there was no check on him. It is only the sages who had some check on him. Because these sages, they never depended on him. These were the people who stayed in the forests, who commanded respect of the people. These are the sages who commanded respect of the people. And then if the king had to go, the king only had, they would not come to the king seeking anything, requesting anything, because they would be eating some leaves, fruits, whatever is available in the forest. But then the king has to go to them to seek advice. If you read Kalidasa's Raghuvamsha, you see how King Dilipa goes to the sage Vasishtha. Sage Vasishtha is there in his ashram. Ashram is a sort of hermitage. And king, leaving all his retinue behind, he goes to meet that Vasishtha. So it is like that. So the equation is like that. So he may be a pauper. King may be a very, very mighty man, politically highly powerful. He has all the army, etc. But he is the man who is a sort of, who has that moral authority. And that sort of moral authority was exercised by sages. So we are talking about such a guru here. Guru is a moral mentor. Suppose the king is doing something wrong. Who has to control the king? Only that man can control. The sage, he has to give an advice, no, what you are doing is wrong. It is not in the interest of the people. It is not in your interest. So he is a sort of conscience keeper. He is a moral mentor and a sort of conscience keeper for the king. So guru has to be like that only. If the guru also, suppose he expects some favors from the king, suppose the guru, whoever is the sage, he also expects some favors from the king. He also expects maybe some wealth, some cows and some lands, etc., etc. So he will not be able to give professionally, correct advice. So guru is also, it is like a profession. He is a moral authority on the king. Just as now in the modern days, there are no gurus. So there is no moral authority. The only authority on the political executive today Who are they? For example, judiciary. Judiciary may also be equally corrupt, isn't it? Judiciary also may be equally corrupt, because whatever the politician does, there is what is called a judicial review. So the judges or the courts or the rather institution called the judiciary, they have got the power to review what is the work being done by say the political executive. Another body which is supposed to be having some authority on the political executive is the media. It is called the fourth estate, isn't it? Fourth estate, the media, they are having power in the sense that they can expose the bad say doings of a king. Nowadays, of course, no king. You can say the president or prime minister or the political executive. So these are the people who can expose the bad works or bad deeds of the political bosses. But if the media also is corrupt, so today we are finding everywhere, not only in India but everywhere all over the world, media is horribly corrupt. Media is purchased, media is won over. So that means the intellectuals who are supposed to guide the society, intellectuals who are supposed to say keep the interests of the people in mind, they are being bought over. The intellectuals are also becoming say hired intellectuals, we can say. So that is the situation. So this situation continues like that. In olden days, of course, for some time at least we had some great sages. We do not know that right now that also is not there. And in all over the society, in all over the world, in all societies, you come across the same problem where the judiciary is corrupt, the media is corrupt, the politician also may be corrupt. So anyway, Vaidyo Guruscha. Then Mantri. Mantri is a minister. Minister or something like a secretary, let us say. So that secretary or a minister, he is supposed to give a very, very honest advice to the king, or rather the head of the state, whoever is the head of the state. This Mantri is in all complicated situations. In various say moral say situations, the Guru is there. On various moral issues, Guru is there. But political, economic issues, etc., the Mantri is supposed to give a very, very honest advice. No, you cannot do this. If you do this, we are going to lose. We are going to say cause harm to the people. So that sort of advice has to be given. Suppose a politician says, no, let us do this. Let us do this sort of reform. But if the minister keeps quiet, fully knowing the danger, fully knowing the negative consequences, the minister is not doing his job. So what happens at the time? Vaidyo Guruscha Mantricha Yasya Rajnyaha Priyaha Sada. Sada, always. You can yield to him once, you can yield to him twice, but not always. You can listen to him once, some little bit of damage. You can't listen to him always. It will be highly detrimental to all. Detrimental to what? Sharira dharma koshebhyaha kshipram sa parihiyate. Saha means it is referring to the king. Saha Raja. Parihiyate. Parihiyate means he will lose what? Sharira dharma koshebhyaha. Sharirat parihiyate. That is, in terms of the body. In terms of body, he will lose. Sharirat parihiyate. Then dharmat parihiyate. So he will be, suppose he is on the path of adharma. If he is on the path of unrighteousness, then it is the role of the Guru to correct him. So if the Guru is not correcting, then again his dharma, he is slipping away from dharma. Then kosha. Kosha is treasury. His wealth. Kosha is actually treasury. So his wealth, say economic system, let us say, in modern terms, the economic system will collapse if some bad policies are implemented and if the minister is not properly counseling the political boss. Koshebhya, Sharira Dharma Koshebhya Parihiyate. Kosha with Sharirat Parihiyate, Dharmat Parihiyate, Koshat Parihiyate. All three put together, Sharira Dharma Koshebhya. Panchami Vibhakti. Kshipram. Kshipram means quickly. Not very far, not very long. So Kshipram, very quickly, this gentleman, this king will lose these three things. So that is the shloka. So Vaidyaha, Guruscha, Mantricha, etc. Here of course there is not much of grammar. Sharira Dharma Koshebhya, as I said, it is in Panchami Vibhakti, all three put together. Then we'll read the shloka again. Vaidyo Guruscha Mantricha
Vaidyo Guruscha Mantricha
Yasya Rajnyah Priyas Sada
Yasya Rajnyah Priyas Sada
Sharira Dharma Koshebhya
Sharira Dharma Koshebhya सर्वेभ्यः
क्षिप्रं स परिहीयते.
क्षिप्रं स परिहीयते.
Fine. ఇది కొంచెం తక్కువ